He spends about a year here in Staten Island. He will leave Staten Island in 1851. He will go on a 2-year whirlwind tour, which will take him back to South America, to China, to New Zealand, and to other parts of the world. And he leaves the United States for the last time out of Baltimore in 1854, and he will never return again. And in 1860, he will embark on a brilliant, absolutely brilliant campaign to free the southern part of Italy from the Bourbons. The American Civil War officially began when Fort Sumter was attacked by the South Carolinians. And those in the United States in the early part of 1861 thought that this would be a very short war, that we'd simply mobilize 100,000 people and we'd crush the rebellion and the war would be over. Of course, that is not what transpired. And in 1861, the panic mode is pushed in Washington, D.C., and there is a real legitimate effort to recruit Garibaldi to serve in the Union Army. Garibaldi has reservations about coming to the United States. He is uneasy about relinquishing any of his military power to civilians. But of course, Abraham Lincoln in 1861 is not going to give up command of the Union Army. After all, it's part of his constitutional authority. And the second thing that Garibaldi was very concerned about was the plight of African Americans. These questions that Garibaldi keeps on asking. Is this a war to keep and preserve the Union, or is this a war about slavery? If it is a war about slavery, then perhaps I will get on a ship, he says, and come over. The question is very complex, he is told, that in order to free slaves, we have to amend the Constitution. It will take a lot longer than a year or two, and they begin to back away from Garibaldi. Personal relationship between Garibaldi and Abraham Lincoln. The two never met, but they corresponded on a regular basis. They have a lot of things in common. Both of these people are not products of the intelligentsia like Mazzini. They are not well educated. They are hardworking. They come from working class backgrounds, and they also have this deep belief and commitment to republicanism with a small r. He is an incredible personality in world history. Creates the opportunity for democracy and republicanism. And you need not be an Italian American or an Italian to realize these contributions. He is the hero of two worlds. He is a personality of the global community.
Che la bellezza infiora e la fuggevolosi nebbiamo tutta rivionne i dolci fremiti che suscita l'amore poiché quel mocchio al cuore onnipotente va.
The program tonight is being presented by the Italian Heritage and Culture Month Committee of the City of New York and the State of New York. Each year, the Italian Heritage and Culture Month Committee selects one important person to honor. And this year, as you can see from the date on the statue, it says 1807. So we know that 200 years later is 2007, and by coincidence, tomorrow is the birthday of Giuseppe Garibaldi. Tonight, I'd like to present the first copy of his rendition of Giuseppe Garibaldi to the artist, and that is John DeSantis. I'm going to ask that the first woman president of the Order Sons of Italy in America, Nancy Di Fiore Quinn, if you would join us. Nancy was just selected by her colleagues and peers at a state convention in the 102 years of L'Ordine Fieri d'Italia. Nancy is the first woman president in New York. I asked for help to underwrite the concert so that you wouldn't have to pay. The Order Sons of Italy, through its foundation, made a major donation to cover 1/4 of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Joe Shame, you're going to make a wonderful president of the Italian Culture and Heritage Month. It is a beautiful concert in a beautiful day. Nobody could be more Italian-American than Garibaldi. And allow me to call him Garibaldi and not Garibaldi. And he fought for Italy. He remained close to Italy when he was in the Americas. He got back, and it is no coincidence. The coincidence that he was born on the 4th of July, which is one of the most important days of the year in the United States. Nobody could be better chosen to be the symbol and the most important person for the Italian Culture and Heritage Month.
But we have the third poster for you. The first one went to the artist, the second one to the sponsor. This is for the Consolato. Enjoy it.
Thank you very much. This will be in our waiting rooms for everybody to see. Thank you, Joe.
That's all for this week's special presentation. Join us again next Monday for the official congressional celebration of the 200th birthday of Constantino Brumidi, artist of the U.S. Capitol. Arrivederci alla prossima puntata. See you next time.